Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Nezumi Studios Corbeau. This is the box it comes in, just a simple cardboard box with some foam in here. And I have the watch on wrist. This watch is a great size for my 6.5-inch wrist, so I've been enjoying my time with it. This is a Random Rob Tour watch, so I appreciate that. I can borrow some watches for a few days and then ship them on to the next guy. So it's a great opportunity to try out many different watches. So this is the Nezumi Studios Corbeau, model number CQ2.202. And when I checked last night, it retails for $342.81. And the reason for that kind of weird number is because it's the conversion factor to, I think, euros. I believe the watch is from Sweden, if it says on here or not. Yeah, there you go, Stockholm, Sweden. So there's a website, nezumistudios.com. So there's information there if you want to pause it and read that. So I had the sister watch or brother watch, whatever you want to say, different version of this watch. It didn't have the rotating bezel. You can look back in my video archive. That was the Nezumi Voyager. Looked a little bit different colorway, but I'm with the other guys on the tour. I prefer the looks of this one more. Also, this has the rotating bezel, which with the texture on this bezel, it turns really nice. You're definitely not going to lose your grip on that. I don't think I've had any other chronographs with a rotating bezel like this, a countdown bezel. The other one I had for a moment was the Laurier Gemini, which was sent in by Bobby Legs. That had a bi-directional bezel that you could use for dual time, but this one's more for timing. So anyway, it has the Seiko Mecha Quartz, the VK63. So let me start that. Well, first, before I start that, you have a 24-hour counter here. Then this in the bottom is your running seconds. And then over here at the 9 o'clock subdial, that is your minute countdown. So let's get it started here. The chronograph second hand has a mechanical sweep to it, but it is a quartz movement. So read some information from their website. They're calling this a mil-spec style chronograph with a 60s/70s vibe, which I can see that it definitely looks vintage inspired. Kind of has a similar twisting lug like an Omega would have. In my unboxing video, someone had mentioned it looks like a Breitling. Someone else says it looks like a Zen. But it's a good looking watch overall, regardless of where it takes inspiration from. Everything on the dial is printed. Subdials are on a little bit of a different plane. It is a black dial with white subdials, black printing. Actually, it's off-white subdials. And it also has vintage colored loom, which is Swiss Luminova on the dial and hands. It has a double domed sapphire crystal. And I'm sure you've been seeing the AR coating kind of reflecting here. Well, AR is anti-reflective, but you can see the color of the coating in there. And the crystal does stick up off the watch a little bit. There's a bit of a box crystal effect there. Again, the drilled lugs are nice as well for strap changes. Doesn't really matter for the NATO strap, but if you're putting leather on it or another two-piece strap that you have to push the pins out. So the bezel was 120 click. This watch is mostly brushed 316L stainless steel. One downside, I guess, but maybe doesn't matter for a chronograph since you have the pushers anyway, is it just has the push-pull crown, and that gives you a 50-meter water resistance. It is a signed crown with the in there for Nezumi. I guess that must not. So the running seconds stopped, so that is hacking, but the chronograph seconds is just still ticking away there. The case back is a screw down case back. So I guess I'm not sure why you would do that if you have the 50-meter water resistant anyway. Might just be easier for manufacturing, but it has a nice engraving here on the case back. You can read the information off the back there. So I'll be uploading another video soon as well. I'm going to try this on some different straps. This has 20mm strap width. At least that's what it said on their website. Let's just verify that real quick. It seems about right. It's either 20 or 22. Yeah, 20, right on the dot. So again, sorry, 20mm lug width. Lug to lug on this is 47. The thickness is 13. That would be without the NATO strap. Let's just verify that quickly here. So 14.8 with just the NATO strap there. With the NATO strap, and without it, it is 12.4. So the website is actually a bit of a lower number, higher number than the actual thickness, so that's nice. And it is a 40mm case. So that would be the specs. They did the wrist shot already. So let me pause the video and I'll be right back with the Loom Shot. So here's the loom. On the left I have a Seiko SKX 171. In the middle is the Nezumi Corbeau, and then on the right is a Casio Duro. So the Seiko obviously has the best loom. It's not quite as bright as it seems on camera, but my eye here is definitely bright. The hands on the Nezumi are a little brighter than the hands on the Duro, but the rest of the loom on the Nezumi is pretty much died out. The hands seem to be holding up pretty good, but yeah, the rest of it died out pretty quickly. Let me just hit it with the UV light again. So you can see the numerals on the dial are loomed, but they don't last all that long. And there's not a loom pip on that bezel. Not that you're going diving with it anyway to see your elapsed time underwater. So there you go. There's my review for the Nezumi Corbeau. It's a very nice watch. I wouldn't mind having it in my collection. If you could like, subscribe if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it. And I'll check with you on the next video.